But at the end of times too, there are good things that happen. And that is, I want to end up with that unity. Although it seems so far away, it seems really as if nothing will happen, and yet unity will come. Because this is the will of God. It will come, and in our time. And it will come very sudden too. Now people, I know some people already here are asking in their mind, well, what about the Jews and what about the other people, Jews and Buddhists and Hindus and Muslims? How are these about to come? You know, the Holy Spirit is so powerful, that today I can tell you, Jesus and our Blessed Mother is appearing to Buddhists, to Hindus, to Jews, to Muslims. When I went to India in January, I went to India in Goa. There were the people who came Christian mainly, but there were also Hindus, the Brahmins, the priests were there to hear. I didn't know they were there, and Muslims too. At the end, when I finished, they approached the ones who organized the meeting, introduced themselves, and we were very surprised, and they gave a gift to me because they were so pleased to what I was saying. And I was speaking the manner I'm speaking to you, same way. And the Muslims too, they were very happy. And they said, they were beautiful words, what we heard, and they felt content. In Israel, 100 people I had. 40 were Jews who came to hear. Not Messianic, but Jews. They were touched by the Holy Spirit and they started to realize that the Messiah must have passed by, and it must have been Jesus Christ. So they came to hear. They are looking for Jesus now. So what is all this? Who brings them? The Holy Spirit. In Japan, half of the people were Christians, the others were completely atheist, nothing, and some were Buddhists. And they were there to hear, and they were so receptive. Everything they accepted, and they were happy. In fact, one of my meetings in Japan, I had many meetings, was cancelled because of some argument. I won't go into detail. And who defended me? The Buddhists. They came in front of the desk of the person who decided to cancel it and banged their fists with the rosaries around their wrist. The Buddhist priest had come from far away to hear, and they said, where is she? We came all the way to hear God's words. Where is Vasula? Why do you prohibit her? And it was the Buddhist who took up my side. So these are the good things, that these things are happening, although evil, as I told you, is preparing something very nasty. But we have to be aware. And these bad times are going to be very short, because the Holy Spirit will take over completely. He will transfigure the earth and will renew us completely. And then, not only that, see, the people who organized and shared by organizing all this, they are all around the world. I've been traveling for 9 years, non-stop. Not the whole month, because I have a family. And my husband is so patient with me, I can tell you. He never once objected. Never did he object once about me traveling. He knows, and he allows me to go, to give. When God was telling me, I will send you all around the world, and every nation is going to know about my message. He was saying, every nation. In no time, today we have 34 translations of these messages. How? I don't know. They just came about. They're being translated all over the world. Everybody knows them. Whatever God told me in the beginning has come true. Prophecies have been accomplished. When he talked about Russia, still Russia was Soviet when Jesus came to talk to me about my sister Russia, and gave me a vision just before that the Soviet became Russia changed. The communists fell. It was 2 years before. And he showed me the vision of Russia. He said, come and see Russia, your sister is dead. And he took me by the Spirit in a vision, and I saw Russia, a woman, because he said, your sister and my daughter, Russia, a woman lying dead in the desert. And like as if she was tormented before, she went through a lot. And she was holding something in her hand. I couldn't see what it was. It was like a fruit that she's been eating from. And when I saw, and God said to me, Jesus said to me, it's Russia, your sister. Two things happened. At that moment, he said, it is your sister. I felt Russia as really my sister, personal sister, dead. And then the other thing is that I felt Jesus' heart so pained. And suddenly I started to cry. And with really crying very hard. And I couldn't come back, to stop. And Jesus tried to calm me. He said, daughter, stop weeping. I will resurrect her. Like I have resurrected Lazarus. I'm already near her heart to warm her heart. And yes, he said, I shall transfigure Russia as I was transfigured. Now, a prophecy like that has been made because the fall of the communism was on the Feast of Transfiguration. And he said, I shall transfigure her as I was transfigured. So there are things about Russia, that Russia will glorify God more than any other nation. So we have to see and wait for this big glory that Russia will give to God, which are the good news too.